To another episode of 360 Sports. Today, I'm joined by Nate, Wells, and Kenny, and we're talking nothing but the National Basketball Association. There was a pretty big game in the Eastern Conference last night with the Celtics snapping the Cavaliers' 15-game win streak to end it at 15 wins. Jason Tatum had a great game, and as a team, Boston shot 54% from three. How is Tatum's MVP campaign looking, and what are your thoughts on both teams?
No, I wanted to come out with this and just say, like, Jason Tatum is the most disrespected superstar in this league. Everybody, I want to go back to the Olympics too. Everyone's like, oh, they won a gold medal. Steve Kerr had good coaching. In that Serbia game, they could have used him in the first half. They were down big to Jokic in Serbia. So my main point for saying that is I'm so glad to see him be doing this now. And, yeah, I mean, the Cavs, this is a bump in the road. 15-0. You weren't going to finish 82-0, so take the first loss to the Celtics. Good team. They fought back, and, yeah, I think they're good.
You got Kenny.
Yeah, so my first thing about this game after watching is Darius Garland went 3 for 21. That's unacceptable.
That's ridiculous.
But it's like, okay, you got Drew Holiday in front of you, you got Jaylen Brown in front of you, so I understand where your dilemma is. But 3 for 21, and you're going to have to see this team if you want to get to a championship. So you're going to have to figure that out, DG. I am the biggest Jason Tatum fan. I do think he's the most disrespected superstar in the league.
Easily.
But are we making an MVP case for him? I don't think he's going to do that this year. Like, I can't disrespect what Jokic is doing, leading the league in rebounds and assists, and he's averaging 30 a game on top of that. And if you look at it, Jason Tatum has a roster around him. He has so many pieces. Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis. He's not even healthy. Peyton Pritchard, I think he's going to win Sixth Man of the Year. You look at the Nuggets. Jokic is the only all-star on that team. And then I got to talk about Anthony Davis. I have Anthony Davis over JT for MVP right now. We got to talk about what AD's doing.
No,
walking 30 and 12.
That's fair too, but I also think right now Tatum's top 3 in the MVP conversation. I think I'd put him top 3 because, first of all, his team's winning. He's efficient, and he's putting up the best numbers of his career.
And it would be close. It would absolutely be close.
I think he'd be top 3. I'm not saying he would win it, but I like how he has a campaign right now because, again, he's the most disrespected superstar in the league.
So you have him over a Shea and AD?
Shea right now, probably, yeah.
And then you have him over AD?
I don't know. Maybe he's in that top 2. Because I have Jokic 1, and then the 2, 3 could be – you could put AD there, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's just crazy to think that Steve Kerr has unleashed this monster upon the league. Because Jason Tatum, perennial all-star, perennial all-NBA player, putting up 29.9 points per game, 3rd in the NBA. He's shooting 46% from 3. He's just been on a tear so far. And I'm going to say it, the league still runs through the Celtics. I mean, the Cavs, they had their 15-game winning streak. Still have the best record in the league. Obviously, only have the 1 loss. Still think they're going to be a playoff team high up in the East because the rest of the conference has been a disaster so far. The Knicks have kind of rounded into form. Orlando's been okay. Milwaukee and the Sixers have been at the bottom of the standings pretty much since the tip-off of the season.
Yep.
And with that kind of leaves room for Cleveland to have tough games like this, but they do have to get better. Their stars do need to show up in big moments. They didn't have Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs last year, so it's going to be interesting to see if they could get these guys together for playoff time and how they would be able to match against Boston as the season goes on.
I like how they responded, though. That was my big thing. They went down early. I was watching the entire game, and then towards the end, they were inching by, and then they lost by 3. But still, if anything, I think that's encouraging for the Cavs.
Yeah, especially because they came back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I mean, you got that scrappy on a night where Darius Garland shoots 3 for 21. To bring that up again, that is one of your star guys having an awful night, and you are right there. And I think 15-0 is impressive for what people expected out of the Cavs.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think people expected them to go 15 wins off the run and be like that where they were against the Celtics.
Yeah, true.
I don't think people expected that. I think they've massively overperformed. I've liked Evan Mobley. I think he's coming into his own a lot this year, finally. And for, oh my God, I blanked. Donovan Mitchell. I think the trade from Utah to Cleveland has been perfect for him.
Oh,
I think that move from Utah to Cleveland has unlocked a new side of D-Mitch. I think Spida is incredible. But moving on.
My fault. Can we backtrack 1 second? So you're just going to let him slide by saying Orlando is okay?
With how they've been playing.
Okay.
They're good now. No, they're good now. 6-game win streak. Franz Wagner's balling. And there's a lot of disrespect for that.
I thought you would have came harder than that.
No,
I don't know, man.
I wouldn't have, no.
Oh no, they got one of the best defenses in the league, I think.
The best.
Yeah,
they're the best offensive team in the league.
And then they're holding teams under 100, like 6 games straight.
Yeah,
you gonna let them say okay?
First time since 2018 Spurs, but I'm gonna let it happen.
Okay.
We've been getting disrespected since I was out the womb, bro.
Hey, when
They'll
that
get
team's healthy,
better.
it's gonna be a different story.
It's gonna be clips.
We're going to move on to another team that has been performing, I'd say, pretty well. In the Los Angeles Lakers, they picked up a win against the Utah Jazz last night. Record now sits at 10-4. But how about Dalton Connect tying the rookie record for three-pointers made in a game with 9, dropping 37 points? AD's looking like an MVP candidate, as we discussed. What do you guys think about the Lakers and how JJ Redick has performed as a coach so far this season?
Hey.
This is you.
Yeah.
This is
Okay,
you.
so look, I'm watching that Lakers game last night, and we're playing the Jazz, so I'm expecting it to be a calm game. I'm on my phone the whole time. I see Don't Connect hit 1-3. Oh, okay. He see him hit another 3. I'm like, oh, he got me up now. He's going crazy. And it's like, his game is beautiful because I don't know how he fell to us. You know what I'm saying? This is what LeBron needs. And AD, you surround them with a shooter. So we're in a bind when you can't help off of Don't Connect, but you got to double team LeBron and AD. So if that doesn't sound like a recipe for a chip, I don't know what does. But all jokes aside, though, Connect is he's a piece because you can use him catch and shoot. You can use him off ball. He can even handle the ball too.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's like he's not only operating from the 3-point line. There's also cutting back door and getting dunks at the rim. Operating pick and roll as a ball handler. And his screen setting. He's a great screen setter. Oh, you talk about JJ. That's why I love JJ so much. I love him so much. You look at the plays, the breakdown of it, how he's using guards to set screens when LeBron is the pick and roll ball handler. If I'm a coach, I'm stressed out thinking about what the Lakers have going. Like, it's hard to figure out and to piece through how to stop them. I think that teams are going to figure it out, but it's going to be a long time until teams figure out how to stop the Lakers. This offense is clicking. Defense does need to be better, though.
Agreed. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, when we look at Dalton Connect, this is what the Lakers wanted him to be when he came in.
100%.
That's why they drafted him. That's part of the reason he fell. He was 20. He's in his 20s already. You see a lot of these guys come out at 18, 19. He had experience at the JUCO level. He played at Northern Colorado, and then he dominated at Tennessee, doing exactly what he's doing now. He's making threes. He's able to handle the ball. He's been a playmaker for them. He's been able to do a lot already, and working with JJ Redick, who's a very similar-esque style of player, but Connect's got a little bit bigger frame to work with, has done wonders for him and allowed him to make such a big impact, especially with Rui going down early due to injury. He's going to get even more opportunities. And the Rookie of the Year candidate, I would say he's the leader in that race so far.
Him or Jared McCain. Connect, awesome. I think everyone knew he was going to be awesome besides the scouts for the teams that were coming down. We were all like, why is he falling so far? Right now, I'd say Jared McCain is the Rookie of the Year, but that performance, I mean, you string a couple more, even if he has a 6 3-pointer game next game, like, I'm going to be very happy with how he's doing. And then obviously talk about Anthony Davis. This is the best version of Anthony Davis we've ever seen because he's playing winning basketball while dominating. With the Pelicans, he was dominating. They weren't playing winning basketball. They were the 8 seed, the 7 seed, the 6 seed. But now he's on this team. They're, I think, the 3rd seed right now, right?
They're half game out of first.
Yeah, they're half game out of first. They're playing amazing. And he's literally been the best player, honestly, in the league, besides Jokic. So
I'm gonna ruffle some feathers here with saying this. I love the Lakers. I love what they're doing. I think if you can move AD back to the 4 and get a true center, you are a title contender. I think that is where AD has been playing incredible. And don't get me wrong, he has been phenomenal this season. But I think if you get a true center, a guy that can just go in there, get boards, play defense, AD moved to the 4 against the modern 4s of today's game, I think he does better than he's doing right now at center.
I hear what you're saying with that, and a lot of people do say that, but okay, you want to start Hayes, you want to start Christian Koloko, right?
I'm not suggesting those guys. I'm suggesting go out and get somebody.
So they got to get somebody. Okay, but in the world where you bring AD at the 4, so what's the spacing look like? You want AD to camp around the 3-point line the whole time? Because he can't. Like, I'm not saying he can't, because he can, but I don't want – that's not an ideal world. You know what I mean?
I understand that. I think he still has a mid-range. I still think he hasn't lost that. I think you can use him kind of in that low post. Not exactly in the paint, but keep him around the post.
So you want them to get like a who? Who's a guy you like them to get at the 5?
Dwight Howard.
No.
We're not.
No.
We're bringing Superman back in 2024?
No.
Or 2025.
I'm joking. Man. He can't do nothing. Sorry, Dwight.
Where was he playing at? Taiwan?
Yeah, Taiwan.
He was balling in Taiwan.
Yeah, he was balling, but that's Taiwan.
I don't know. There's a lot of guys in this league. I haven't exactly decided on who I think they should get, but I think if you get a guy that could play the 5 truly, I think it would help.
Yeah.
And I agree with your points that you make on that. I know the spacing would be a little iffy. I think it could work, though, for the Lakers.
Yeah, this team, they do intrigue me. I wasn't as high on them because they didn't really do anything in the offseason outside of signing Dalton Connect, re-signing other guys. But there is just so much about this team that just feels different. The fact that LeBron could chill and do what he has to do when he wants to, and you have AD being maximized by JJ. I want to see more out of Gabe Vincent, that's for sure. I know a lot of people hate him, but real ones know that Gabe Vincent locks up. So Gabe Vincent, if you're hearing this, keep playing defense, all right? But I need you to get a bucket, please.
All right, we're going to move forward now to our next segment. We're going to take a look at some of the best sophomores from the NBA and why we think that they have broken out so much, why they jumped off such a good start their sophomore year. We're going to get started here.
We got Kenny first up, right?
Yeah, Kenny, go ahead.
Oh, it's been a long time since I got to strut. Okay.
There it is.
All right.
There it is. Who's your sophomore?
Where am I? Okay. Am I good? So, my sophomore is Grady Dick. I love Dick, okay? He's a beast, right? Second year, he averaged 8 points in his rookie season, but now he's averaging 19. You know, Dick is amazing, right? He can score on all three levels. All jokes aside, on all three levels. One, he has the mid-range game, which I've seen grow exponentially. He can attack the rim as well. His three-point shooting has always been there. I would like him to get his efficiency numbers up. I'm not gonna lie, but now that Scotty's down, it's shown that hey, you can build around Grady Dick. He's a really good player. We're looking at sophomore guys. Grady Dick is second in points per game among sophomores. He's a beast. I love him. Keep it up, Grady Dick. Keep hooping, man.
No, yeah, he's hooping, and he, like, right when Scotty went down, I was like, okay, RJ's going to go off. IQ, I think, is still down, but I did not expect Grady Dick to be the guy to take the opportunity and score so much. I knew he was good. I didn't know he was this good.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, definitely a good pick right there.
All right, Nate, who do you got for us?
Well, we're going to take a trip from Canada to the nation's capital. We're going to take a look at Bilal Coulibaly from the Wizards. Coulibaly, of course, got drafted by the Pacers on draft night, got his draft rights sent over to Washington, and that's probably been the best thing for his career because he's a young, raw prospect. He played overseas in France. He was only 19 years old last year, just turned 20, and he's made his second-year leap. All of his stats have gone up from where they were last year. His points are up. He's gone from 8 to 14. His free throw shooting's up from 70 to 75, and his three-point shooting's gone up. His rebounds have gone up. His assists have gone up because he's had time in Washington to just play basketball. He's had time to develop. He's had time to learn, to adjust to the NBA. And because of the fact the Wizards are terrible and have been terrible for the better part of the last decade, half decade, if you want to include some fluke playoff appearances in there, he's really had that opportunity to grow. He's physically very imposing on the floor. Great job at attacking the rim, and he's going to be something special if he keeps getting these opportunities to develop.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's awesome. I wasn't too high on him coming out of the draft because I didn't know too much about him, but he locks up.
Yeah.
He's a defender, and you always need one of those.
I think there's a lot of guys that people aren't high on coming out of the draft that just surprise everyone. I feel like that happens a lot.
Oh, all the time, yeah. No, this is no different, though, because it's hard with international prospects. It's like not everyone wants to go deep dive into film and stuff, but his offense looks really good, too, which I did not expect at all.
There's still steps that he could take. I feel like offensively.
Oh,
I want
definitely.
to see more outside of the catch and shoot threes. I mean, I know he's a great slasher, but I want to see more shot creation and ball handling into mid-range game. You know.
All right, Wells, what do you got for us?
So my pick is definitely biased. Okay, I know that. We talked about it. People saw my pick. Definitely biased. We're going with the 6th overall pick from last year, Anthony Black, right, from Arkansas. And, okay, his offense has not been great. His jump shot's still a little bit questionable. He's not finishing at the rim as much as I'd like him to. But I will say this. If you go on the defensive end right now, he's holding opponents to 38% from the field and 25% from three. That ranks first amongst guards all across the league. And he's only 20 years old. 6'7", switchable. He could guard a bunch of different positions, right? And his defense really is what took the left for me because I always knew he was a good defender, but this is elite defender. This is all NBA defense, you know, and I think he's going to have a really good career. Hopefully with the Magic, he might move on from us just because I think he'll get an opportunity somewhere else just because we have 2 starters right now. But for right now, I think he's going to be an integral part of our run this year.
I watched him in college, and I knew he was going to be something special coming out of Arkansas.
He can just do a lot.
I was impressed with him in the tournament. I was definitely impressed.
I think a couple more years of us sitting him on the bench like we have been, I think he could want to leave just because I think he's going to progress into a player that could impact winning. Maybe this year. Hopefully this year we give him the green light.
No green light when you have Jalen Suggs and KCP over there. I don't know if it's going to
true, but I mean, KCP, that man cannot play offense right now. It's been a little rough.
Okay.
It's been a little rough. But we'll see how it goes. He can't play offense that much either, so we'll see. We'll see.
All right, well, I might catch some heat with this one, but I have defended this guy since he was drafted, defended him with a lot of things. I'm going Brandon Miller from the Charlotte Hornets. Now, he's been hurt this season a little bit, had a couple bumps and bruises, had some rough nights. Last night he dropped 29 points, though, and showed me a lot of flashes of why he was the second overall pick. Now, when he was drafted, everyone said, oh, the Hornets should have drafted Scoot Henderson. Scoot Henderson to be a generational player. Scoot has not been that generational player for the Trailblazers yet. Brandon Miller had a solid rookie year. He's an incredible shooter, not with the stuff at Alabama. We throw that aside. But Brandon Miller is an incredible shooter and a great defender. I think paired up with the LaMelo Ball is a little bit of a weird mesh. But with some time, they could become a great duo. And I think that the Hornets have decent pieces. I don't know if they can contend just yet. I'm not so set on that. But I think Brandon Miller with a little more growth, a little more playing time, and if he stays free of the injury bug, he can be one of the better forwards in the NBA.
You're unsure if they can contend right now?
I don't know.
There's no clue they can contend right now.
Listen,
there's a 0% chance that they can contend.
We've seen some crazy stuff before in this NBA.
No, they can't contend. I mean, I think the duo of him and LaMelo Ball is very interesting.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like LaMelo plays so free. I mean, I'm seeing him take shots that would usually get everybody else benched, but that's what the coach wants. So we'll have to see how Brandon could adapt to that.
Yeah, that's especially what I expect from him being such a good catch and shoot guy, Brandon Miller, with LaMelo just kind of being
a distributor, a facilitator.
It depends. It's going to be weird.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I forgot to mention on my sophomore. Happy birthday, Grady Dick. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
If you're watching, Grady, happy birthday.
He's a legend. No, I wanted him in the draft too over Jet Howard, but
I think every team wanted him.
Jet's bad. I don't hear much about him.
He doesn't get much run, man. Yeah. He hasn't done enough in practice, I suppose.
All right, well, we're going to move on. So the NBA just released every team's City Connect jerseys. So we're going to go around the table and give our favorite and our least favorite City Connect jerseys. So, Kenny.
My favorite has got to be the Cavs jersey. I saw them wear, and my worst has got to be the Mavericks. So with the Cavs, that is a beautiful icy blue right there.
Yeah, it is.
I saw it in the game, and I was like, what team is that? I saw Darius Garland. I'm like, okay, that's a beautiful jersey. With the Mavericks jersey, it's like, that could be better. Like, that's just the white and basic, and it's like, come on, let's have some splash.
They have a little tail on the S. What do you know? No, you don't like it? Oh, my God,
you have a tail. Wow, nice.
I guess so. You're right.
What?
77 Luka right there, baby. But no, I mean, I really do like the Cavs jersey. The Mavs jersey, I think you're hating a little bit. I think it's all right. Like, I think it's middle of the pack, in my opinion.
I want to see who y'all say is the worst at like, I got to see that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, well, Nate, what do you got?
So for my favorite, I went with the Los Angeles Lakers Lake Show jerseys.
Gorgeous.
I am a sucker for the color purple. I love the purple jerseys. You got the black and the Lake Show across the front. Just the history behind that from watching Showtime is just incredible. How they built everything up, the flash, the pizzazz, everything that made the Lakers kind of what they were in their heyday and what they still kind of have now. I mean, they still have arguably the best player in the world. And then the worst, I went with the Heat culture. I don't like the Heat culture jersey whatsoever. It's a basic red jersey with the black lettering on it. The Heat culture stuff is talked about to death. We get it. You have some undrafted players that turned out to be good.
That's kind of how I feel. I think it's starting to become a little lame because I don't see any championships. Okay, Heat culture. As of late, I don't see anything happening with Heat culture.
What about Spurs culture? What about Warriors culture? Where are those?
Where are those? They had culture because they had 3 top 15 players in the league.
Especially because the Heat can do good jerseys. We've seen them have the Miami Vice jerseys.
That's true.
And you came up with this. It's just lazy.
They took the year off this time. They'll be all right.
I guess Heat culture is getting there and losing. That's what Heat culture might be.
Yeah, that is Heat culture. No, they hustle, though, and obviously Spoelstra is probably one of the best. So one of the best coaches in the league. So I definitely I like your picks.
Right, well,
so for mine, I went with the Suns jersey to start off as my favorite. I kind of like that star right there. I like the desert on the sides of it. And then that star right there reminds me kind of like a sheriff. The
Okay.
sheriff has the star, kind of
Okay.
Woody.
Okay.
I thought it was a nice little integration, and they're finally buying into that desert. Like, you're in Arizona, man. You're in Phoenix. You need to buy into that. And then the Hawks, it's like, I've seen some great jerseys come out of the A. What is that? What is
What
this?
you mean? What is that? That's
Whoa.
OG. That's vintage. That's fire.
No, I don't like
What are you
that at all. I
talking
don't
about?
like the down the middle. I didn't like it vintage. I don't like it down the middle. I don't like the coloring. I think the color scheme is what's getting me off a little bit right now.
It looks like a sash, kind of.
It looks like a sash going
Yeah,
across.
but it's
There's
bringing
like-
you back to the 1900s, man.
I don't
Like that's
care.
what it's bringing me back to the Spud
It's
Webb
cool.
days.
No, but it's cool when other franchises do. I don't care about the old Hawks. I don't
Yeah,
care at all.
man.
So
I'm
you're
not-
telling me you look at that jersey and you see Dominique and Spud Webb out there playing.
Yeah, man.
No.
What's wrong with the jersey?
I
It's
see
like
Jalen-
I got me a little Boy Scout sash on.
Yeah, I don't want
across
that
me.
when I'm trying to go
Like,
out there and
come
say I'm a
on.
killer. I'm out there trying to give you buckets, and look, you just got your Boy Scout badge, bro. No, I'm definitely not. And when I see that, I see Jalen Johnson and Clint Capella. Like, I'm not moved.
You're not moved by Jalen Johnson.
I'm moved by Jalen
Okay.
Johnson. I'm a Dookie
Okay.
too. I'm a Duke fan, but I just threw him in there. I'm not moved by Clint Capella no more.
You didn't even
That's
dispute
fair.
Clint Capella. There was
That's
not even
fair, that's
disputing.
fair. Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah.
That's all I see with those.
Let that man
jerseys now,
high
though.
and dry.
Clint Capella needs to retire already, man.
All right, we're gonna move on to my picks. So I might ruffle your feathers here, Kenny. I'm gonna say that again. I have the Mavs as my favorite. Now listen, I think the white is clean. Actually, it's funny. I saw this jersey on 2K first,
Okay.
and this is where I was like, okay, this looks kind of tough. I was doing a 3-point contest with my player in the 3-point contest.
Did you win it?
No, I did not win.
Okay. All right,
Shooting
that
is
sucks.
incredibly off in the 3-point
Who'd you
contest.
lose to, Jones?
Curry.
Oh, okay.
They had it
Anthony
again.
Black.
I don't know, but I like it. I like the script on the numbers. I think the gray Nike swoosh is tough on the sides, and then you have the sides, obviously. Now the Celtics, you already have a black jersey.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't
This is
understand
bad.
why you would do another black jersey and just change the coloring a little bit. That could be honestly an alternate. That might
I
even be a
agree.
city.
I
That could be
agree.
like one of their alternates, but
No,
Instead,
that shouldn't be a jersey at all, honestly.
I
It
agree.
just looks
The
like
jersey's really bad. Bad
Mhm.
work.
that is just not. I don't know what they were thinking.
There's so
I don't
many
know.
cool designs you can have with the Celtics too.
Yeah.
Like I love their mascot. Like, there's a lot of things you could have gone. Like, Boston has a lot of history, and they just messed it up.
And there's definitely a way to connect the history of the city to a jersey that's not
That's
basically
not it.
identical.
It's like you took the Oregon jerseys, like their football jerseys, and
Yeah.
just mashed them together and said, "We're doing this."
Yeah, no, I don't really like that too much. Especially like we just said, the history.
Looks like,
There's so much history you could have done, and it's just that
looks like something you'd wear to laser tag.
laser tag. That's a good pull. That's a good pull. I can see
Laser-
some
It's a laser
8-year-old
tag.
sniping me in the chest with that on. I'd be like, what the heck is going on?
All right, we're going to conclude today's show by talking about some of the crazy records that have already been set this
No,
season.
Doing trivia.
Oh,
I
trivia?
think we're on
Oh.
trivia.
Oh, my bad. I
yeah.
skipped over
No,
that
you're
one.
good. This is the one I've been waiting for. I
Oh.
want to see Cade did them. So we gotta see
Okay.
if we could get them.
Some
Consider-
franchises with a rich history, pretty much none at all. We're going to have some trivia, 4 teams up on the board, and a trivia question. We'll figure out which team it was.
All right, let's see. Let's see the
All right.
first one. See if Cade can stump us. Which team does not have an MVP winner?
Oh,
Okay, so
can we
break
look
this
up
down.
stuff while we go?
The Knicks do, and the,
No,
the Knicks
no, I
do,
think
and the
we need-
Blazers do.
yeah, the Knicks do. The Blazers
Who
do.
would it be on the
Yeah.
Hawks?
Who would it be on the Hawks? I feel as though the Pistons do
Could it
too.
be from their St.
There's
Louis
like
days
a
when Bill
time
Russell
last
was there?
night.
If it's the Hawks.
I wanna know.
Maybe he did specifically say it could be past teams too.
And if,
So
if he would have did that, then
Russia.
that's probably where he's going.
Maybe. So I mean, what do you want to shoot Pistons? I mean, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Isaiah never
Isaiah
got
didn't
one.
win it.
Isaiah didn't win it. Dumars, I mean, never in the conversation.
Nobody-
Early 2004, that
nobody
team
from
was.
the bad
Oh,
boy
the Hawks
teams.
the Hawks might just have one.
I think
The
they
Hawks
have
probably
like,
do.
Yeah, an old one like what?
Maybe
Pettit?
maybe when
Yeah,
Pettit.
I think he
Hawks
did.
got some good
Has one,
names.
yeah.
He did. I think
Alright,
Pettit
yeah.
did win it.
I would go
roll
Pistons.
Pistons. Let's go
Yeah,
Pistons.
All right,
Let's
we're gonna go
Detroit.
Pistons.
Okay.
Let's go.
Pettit.
Bill Walton, Willis Reed, and
Willis
Pettit. There we
Reed.
go.
Again, 2K. I remember that card from 2K's MVP card.
Insane. And 2K will teach you a lot about basketball. I guarantee
It will.
that. All right, let's see the next one. I think there's 3 of them. Since 2000, who has not had the first overall pick?
Ooh.
Okay, so. Oh my! I'm trying to think.
Okay, Toronto definitely did.
Yeah, I know.
They had Bargnani.
Okay, yeah, good pull.
The Bucks.
The Hornets.
I feel like the
Who were
Hornets
they?
probably
Hornets
did.
had to
The
win.
Bobcats.
Yeah, the
Bobcats,
yeah, they
Okay, so
probably
Nets
had
and
one.
the Bucks.
Nets in the Bucks.
Did
Have
the Nets
Bucks
have
had
it and
one?
they traded it in the
I feel
Celtics
like the
trade?
Nets. I feel like there's a world with the
I don't
Nets.
think the
might
Nets
have-
ever made the pick.
The Nets never made the pick. They could have had it. I would honestly shoot the
Ooh,
Bucks.
was Brandon Jennings a first pick or no?
No, I don't think
He
he was first
wasn't.
overall.
Okay,
No.
no.
He He was a dog, though. I would shoot the Bucks right now. Like, that's the answer I'm looking at, just because the Nets have had some pretty rough years, you know, and the Bucks have had too, but I don't remember anybody going 1 to the Bucks.
That's fair.
The Nets might change that after this year.
Yeah, no, this year we'll see.
Thomas.
Yo, the Nets are hooping though. They're not hooping, but they're like competing with good teams. They're competing with good teams.
Yeah, they are. They are. What do you think of Bucks?
Yeah, we could go. Let's go Bucks.
I'm going to go Bucks.
Oh, Milwaukee.
The Hornets. The Bucks had 2005.
I wrote us off there. That's my bad. I mentioned the Bobcats, but
no, I mean that was a good. I mean, I thought they would definitely have it.
Yeah,
Nets in 2000, Bucks 2005. Who did they take in 2005? Who am I missing?
It could have been like Michael Redd, maybe.
Oh, Andrew Bogut.
Oh.
It's a good one, Cade. You got us there.
All right, let's see our next question.
Which team has more than 80 All-Star selections in its history? Not the Magic.
So this is
we have 7.
One player having selections, or
which team has more than 80 All-Star selections?
Okay, the Spurs are like a dynasty.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's
Chicago.
enough players.
They had Robinson, Duncan,
Manu,
Kawhi.
Parker. I would stay away from the Spurs. Mate.
I don't think it's the Sixers.
The Bulls.
But that could be a trick thing. The
Bulls
Sixers could be it.
they don't have much though.
MJ.
All-Stars, just MJ, Pippen, and D Rose.
Are these different All-Star selections in its history?
So it's probably like per player, like take one player.
And they have 20, then
You know
20.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
Tony Parker might not.
I'm down for Bulls or Spurs. That would be me.
Yeah.
Probably Bulls. I just would safe bet.
Spurs was my first. Oh, okay.
I knew it.
Oh wow, it was the Sixers.
112. Okay.
112.
Oh, because probably
Look at the Magic, 25, dude.
Oh yeah, they had like Dr. J, Will.
Moses
Yeah, that was a miss. That was a miss. I mean, Bulls, they only have 57. I think.
Hey, why are these questions so hard? Why these
Hey,
random questions?
That was the point.
Don't test no ball knowledge.
It might slightly.
It's too no. This is too obscure for me, bro. It's
No
too
trivia
obscure,
questions.
Too obscure.
Shout out Cade. Shout out Cade. All right.
Trivia?
There we go.
Is that it?
That's it. I think that's it.
Okay. So now we're going to move on to record setting, as I tried to jump to earlier. Some of the records we've set this season: Russell Westbrook, first player to record 200 triple doubles.
Crazy.
James Harden passing Ray Allen on the 3-point list, and LeBron having a bunch of triple doubles in a row at his age. That's pretty crazy.
Got to be a record.
Well, yeah, it is. It's the first time. Well, personally, it's the first time LeBron has had 4 triple doubles in a row, which did surprise me.
Yeah, no. I mean, it kind of makes sense, though. I don't know. I feel as though I've never heard of him going on triple double streaks. He'll end the year and have like 22. I'm like, yeah, that was a lot. I mean, shout out both these guys. I mean, I'm surprised he wasn't already at 200. And then with James Harden, when I saw that 3-point list, like Kyle Lowry's 13th, KD's 15th, I thought KD would definitely be top 10. 3-point list is very weird if you go and look at it. Like, different people being there. LeBron's 8th, which is crazy. He's never been like a knockdown shooter, but now he's making them.
Oh, since you gave a shout out, I'll give a shout out to Russ. You're fitting really well with Nikola Jokic right now. I like how he's fitting with that second unit. Go Russ.
Yeah, no.
I feel a little bad for Ray Allen. People are going to discount how good of a shooter he was because these modern guys are going to pass him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, in the future. I mean, Derek White might pass him, bro, just how many threes they're shooting a night. But, yeah, I agree with you. He's definitely going to become underrated. And people don't even know, like, he's not even that old, and people don't know he was a really good slasher with Milwaukee. Like, people already forget.
It's an argument that can be said. He saved LeBron's career. I've heard people say it before.
No.
I'm so sorry.
He scored the 20 straight before.
He tried to get me with that message right there. I'm so sorry, but wait. So is there a world, are we like definitively saying Ray Allen is better than Derek White? Like, this is a genuine question, though. All jokes aside.
You just opened up a can of worms, man.
Because Derek White is like borderline all-star right now, in my opinion.
And
I never thought of Ray Allen as like Ray Allen is every year he's going to the All-Star game.
No, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Arguing who the better bald guy is.
Yeah, that's true. That is
like,
true.
Derek White is contributing more. Derek White is a better overall player, though.
No, I gotta still go with Ray Allen.
Ray Allen just shoots.
No.
Derek White locks up.
Stop.
I'm not even. No, I'm serious.
Derek
though.
I know you're
White
serious.
shoots
That's
too.
what I'm saying.
He
Stop.
said he shoots too.
No.
You're just showing love to Ray Allen because he's a legend.
He's a legend. Jesus Shuttlesworth, bro.
Okay, and Derek White already. Okay,
Derek White would never star in a movie, bro.
Ray Allen did bring a ring. That's fair.
Brought a ring.
But Derek White brought a ring
White
too.
got one.
Exactly.
He's playing at Rhode Island right now. Bucket.
Okay, I don't care.
Oh.
They got to do with Ray Allen.
What's Derek White? What's Derek White's son doing? I don't even know if he has a son, bro.
I think he has a beautiful daughter.
Congratulations to that, Derek.
Congrats,
we
Derek.
got to congratulate the man on having a daughter. We congratulated Grady Dick on his birthday.
Yeah.
A lot of congratulations.
All right, well, I think that concludes our show tonight. But before we go off air, UConn women's basketball plays Farley Dickinson tonight. And if they win, Gino Auriemma will surpass Tara Vanderveer's Division I record for most wins in both men's and women's basketball.
Ooh.
Him and Chris Daly will have 1,217 career wins. That's pretty impressive.
That's insane. That's insane. You got to keep in mind, too, there have been a lot of good coaches in college basketball.
Yep.
Especially on the women's side, too.
Yeah, no, everywhere amongst D1 college basketball.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a big achievement. He's been one of the best coaches, most talked about coaches the past 15, 20 years. So shout out to him.
Yeah, congratulations. And stay tuned tomorrow for the F1 show.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
Luke, joined by Nate, Wells, and Kenny. We will see you again.